Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alan, this is my life in Taiwan, and welcome to Alisan here in beautiful Chiayi. Welcome back to my first maskless video in the beautiful outdoors here in Taiwan for many months. Thanks to the government's relaxation of mask mandates, when we're out in the countryside, we can now relax and breathe this beautiful, fresh Taiwanese countryside air, mask-free. Social distancing permitting, of course. As we all know, life has been somewhat tough for the past year or so on myself and others around the world. So in today's video, I've decided to get out of the city into the countryside here at Alisan and explore some ways of de-stressing, relaxing, and just enjoying life as much as possible. So yes, I've come here to the Mehu Trail system in Alisan Mountain, a beautiful collection of several different trails through the mountains, through the forests, and I think it's the perfect location to introduce a video about de-stressing here in Taiwan. The Mehu hiking trails consist of 6 interestingly named paths: the Mist Trail, Tea Trail, Cloud Trail, Sunset Trail, Sakura Trail, and Love Trail. Their total distance is approximately 5 kilometers at an altitude between 1,370 and 1,699 meters. It takes about 2 hours to walk the whole distance, and if you are looking for a stress-free, relaxing getaway, then they are the perfect place to come. Whew, wow, this place is like something out of a movie, like something out of Lord of the Rings. Let's get up to the top and see that beautiful view. So this rather aptly named Cloud Trail is one of several in the local area, and as I mentioned, definitely a stress-free location. Interestingly, the trees in this area were planted during the Japanese period of Taiwan. They are cedar trees. They were used for construction of telegraph poles, this kind of thing. So beautiful here. I think there's lots more to see and lots more fresh air to be breathed. Located along the Alisan Highway, driving to the trails is incredibly easy, and as soon as I left the road at each one, I immediately felt transported into another world, as the silence of the forest combined with the fresh, misty atmosphere consumed me, and all my troubles and worries felt like they'd been left in the city where I came from. So this trail is known as the Mist Trail, and it's pretty obvious why. But to talk about de-stressing, this bamboo, I don't know why, but there's a feeling of peace and calm with the bamboo. And I know that a lot of businessmen back in the West, in England and America, you'll often see they have like a bamboo plant on their desks for some kind of feeling of relaxation and calm. So I'm really enjoying it firsthand here in Taiwan, in this beautiful bamboo forest, walking through this misty trail. So this trail is known as the Tea Trail, and so far the trails that I've walked along have been quite easy going, and this one I thought was going to be really easy going, but as you can see behind me there's a huge flight of stairs. We're going to do it, and just like life, when things get difficult, we don't give up, we march on through, keep going, and hopefully there'll be a chance for a rest at the top. Let's go. We did it, we made it to the top of that Tea Trail flights of stairs, and there was never any question in my mind that we'd do it. The reason for this video, I don't want it to be a self-help video trying to help people fix their lives. Instead, I wanted to just bring you along and allow you to see the way that I like to get out into nature and get a little bit more relaxed. Some of you may know it's been 2 years since I've seen William. It's been a long flight of stairs, metaphorically, for me the past 2 years. But here I am, fighting the good fight, getting to the top of the stairs, and hopefully there's going to be plans for me to see William at Christmas. I know a lot of you will be incredibly happy to hear that. So yeah, I just thought the metaphor was too obvious not to mention the difficult flights of stairs with a rest at the top. Hopefully my rest will be coming at Christmas when we get to see William. So after a couple of hours hiking these stunning misty trails, hunger was building up, and I headed to the Ali Sanzo tribe cultural village for lunch and was immediately blown away by the scenery in which it was nestled. Surrounded by beautiful tea farms and mountain peaks as far as the eye could see, I was met by the local tour guide who gave me a tour of the village museum and shared some of his history and culture.
And
I have to say, not only was he incredibly charming and funny, but he was also incredibly passionate and knowledgeable about his tribe's hunting culture. And for a guy such as myself who is so easy to get emotional, the sight of this traditional activity was honestly breathtaking, and the pride the chief had in sharing it with me was once again almost bringing me to tears. Wow. So I followed him into the tea fields, and listening to how proud he was of his fresh, natural tea that they produce there, surrounded by the stunning scenery, it really was helping my stress fly away. 生活的压力肥重了，所以你看，就是这里很 relax， 轻松。Is that? Oh, 放松. So despite telling him I felt refreshed instead of relaxed, he was polite enough and laughed along with me. And the chief introduced another surprise to me in that Ali-san also produces coffee along with tea. So we squeezed in a few cups of high-quality Ali-san coffee.
每个人青菜萝卜都有各自喜爱的东西啊，所以说挑你喜欢喝的、适合你喝的，那就是好咖啡
啊，没错。
所以说没有决定的，因为这好像这几个都是我的孩子，你能说他好，他不好吗？
After we had drank our weight in coffee and chatted the afternoon away, I was led by a traditionally dressed woman into the village theatre, and I was once again in awe of the place as much as the performance. The performance itself was, to be honest, humbling at how these people can put so much energy and pride into sharing their culture with us. And when I thought deeply about it, I cannot compare my relatively small life problems to what cultures such as this and others all over the world have been through in order to fight for what they believe in and protect their culture. It inspired me to keep fighting for myself, keep fighting to promote Taiwan and its culture to the world, and of course fighting for what I really believe in. But as the day was drawing to a close, I was drawn back to nature and wanted to walk the final couple of trails. But first there was time for an incredibly peaceful, relaxing and traditional Ali-san activity, a cup of tea or 7 at the local tea shop.
我可以参加吗？
当然可以呀，坐下谁马上开，等谁开哦，不好意思。
I learned how to drink it properly, right?
Yeah.
I have to.
他表演。好，他表演。内行的哦，内行的哦，可以吗？这个阿里山塔可以吗？
非常可以，
非常可以，好，谢谢你，
非常好喝，
谢谢你，
很放松的感觉，
很放松的感觉啊。
So with a belly full of warm, high mountain tea, it was time to hit the final trail of the day, and that was to be the Mihu Trail, also known as the Lost Trail, which was possibly one of my favorites because, as the name suggests, it goes very deep into the misty forest and really gave me time to be at peace with my thoughts, put some things into perspective, and really appreciate the beauty of the area. Soon enough, it was time to sit down and evaluate the day. So here we are at the final trail of the day, the Mehu Trail, and things couldn't be more relaxing. There's a slight breeze through the trees, there's running water of the river behind me, and the faint sound of cicadas in the trees. Stress-free has been the theme of the day, and stress levels are at an all-time zero after what has been an incredibly interesting day. Lots of unexpected events, lots of nature, and lots of fresh Alisan air. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd also really like to encourage you to come and try these trails for yourselves. There's the Dingshi Zuo, the Mihu Trails, and if you want to know more about the trails here in Jiayi, there's information in the description, or you can search online for Jiayi Haobudao trails, and that will give you all the information you need. I strongly recommend, if you want a stress-free experience outside of the city, outside of busy, bustling life, then come check it out. I've certainly de-stressed myself, but I think that's it for today. So, time to say goodbye. As for now, and as always, I'll see you next time in my life in Taiwan. Peace. Bye-bye.